Internet, good morning. This is Daybreak748 coming back at you guys with yet again another figure review. Guys, first thing is first, just wanted to apologize for the lack of videos with this past like 10 days or so. I got sick and then I had work, crazy amounts of work, and yeah, it just kind of caught up with me, and because of that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take these just a couple of days to rest up and get better before I upload another video. So that's the reasoning behind it. No, I didn't go anywhere. I am here to stay, and that's that. So let's get to this figure review. Now today we're going to be taking a look at a classic. This is Archangel from the Marvel Legends Hit Monkey series, and yeah, this is a very old figure. Now as you know, am building my X-Men display, and you gotta have Archangel. I mean, he is one of those staple pieces in an X-Men display. So, yep, purchased this through eBay. I had to pay a little bit for it, but yeah, try not to go over the $100 mark, which this guy is currently going for. If you could purchase him through, like, for example, I guess an auction, I think that's the way to go. But yeah, let's take a look at it. So we have the old classic Marvel Legends packaging, which I think is far superior to the ones that we are getting now. I love this comic book style-esque design with the Archangel name right here. You have the awesome picture of Archangel right there. On the back, you have the artist who drew this and this beautiful representation of Archangel. On the bottom right here, if you want to pause the video, there's a little bio of him. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now some people are gonna probably cringe because they're like, oh, Daybreak, you should not be opening this figure, it goes for crazy money. But guys, you know how I am. I need to display my figures, and yeah, it's okay in the package, but I want him out. So that's that. Guys, stick around. I'll be right back, and yeah, we'll see what he has to offer. Be back in a few. And we are back. We have Archangel out of package, and man, this is an amazing figure. This is one of those iconic figures that stand the test of time. This figure was released way back when Marvel Legends got that reboot, and still to this date, I think this is one of the best figures that they have ever made. Now yes, there are some flaws with this particular figure. However, we'll talk about them when we get there, and to be honest, they're not that big of a complaint. Now, as you guys can clearly see, I have my Archangel posed with a display base. The display base that I am currently using is a Figma display base. So if you guys have one of those lying around, then you can use it and it will support him, as you guys can clearly see. Now, the body for Archangel, perfect. I love the size. I love the color scheme. The color scheme has that nice metallic purple with that I think the plastic itself is just that matte blue, the dark blue. If that's the case, that's great. If they painted that on, that's also great. It just works so nicely with one another, and this is obviously the iconic color scheme for Archangel. Now, the face, look at that face sculpt. I think this screams Archangel. Wouldn't you agree? That face sculpt is perfect. The yellow eyebrows, the whited out eyes, that awesome blue face, and that smirk. This screams Archangel, and so this is awesome. Articulation, it's the standard Bucky cap mold, if I'm not mistaken. So let me just take this guy off of the stand. So his head can look all the way up. So if you wanted to have him like a flying pose, he can definitely do so. His head can look left, right, you name it, do everything you want it to. Mine's a little on the floppy side, but it's not too bad. The arms are on this nice ball joint, so it can go out that far. Can fully rotate, obviously. The bicep has a swivel right here. Double jointed elbows. The wrist has a hinge, and it can swivel. The I guess the ab crunch right here can crunch all the way forward like this, but because of the weight of the wings here, it's gonna make it want to go back. Now right now it's not as bad, but still, yep, there it goes. As you guys can clearly see, the weight of the massive wings will do that to this particular figure. As you guys can clearly see, he does have a waist cut right there. The legs are your standard legs for any Marvel Legends, so you can get him out pretty much that far. He does have a thigh cut right there. If you use the thigh cut though, unfortunately that's going to cut up this awesome this design here on the leg, but it's up to you. The knees, double jointed knees, as you guys can clearly see there. The feet can go all the way down like that, all the way up, and it has the beautiful ankle pivot. Now for the wings, as you guys can clearly see, if I move this to the back, he has these two smaller wings which are on the hinge or a hinge. The bigger wings has this split right here, so if you wanted to have Archangel in that iconic pose where he has his wings covering his whole body, you can definitely do that. If you extend it all the way, that's how it looks, and it can swivel just a little bit out like that. So that's pretty cool. It has a decent amount of range. Now when it comes to this figure, what were those minor gripes that I was telling you guys about? Here we go. The first is obviously, I think everyone has said this, the wings. Yes, we did get a SDCC version of this guy with those awesome, beautiful metallic wings. I wish they gave that to us here. These, I guess, dull gray plastic that they used, it just looks very bland, and it just takes away from this figure. They did, like, for example, this whole body piece and the sculpting of the wings, it's just perfect. Why couldn't they just give us that metallic coat and make this an awesome, awesome figure? Now, with that said, I've seen lots of customizers out there just get a spray paint and spray paint these sets of wings with a metallic paint. I might just do that myself as well. I'll let you guys know how that goes. Or I might just ask a professional customizer to do so for me. Now with that being said, the second gripe I have is with the mold that they chose. Now yes, I love, and I said this in the beginning of the video, I love the body that they used for Archangel here, but I wish they gave us some different hands. As I said, I think this is definitely the Bucky Cap mold, and because of that, he has trigger finger hands. Archangel does not use guns, so for him to have these trigger finger hands, it just distracts. It's just annoying to look at. I wish they gave us like a flight pose hand or maybe a close-fisted hand. I think that would have, I guess, made this figure just that much greater. But still, nevertheless, it's an amazing figure, and I gotta say, I am really, really pleased with my purchase. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for the review. I gotta say, this is a must-have for any Marvel Legends fan out there. If you're an Archangel fan, you must get this. If you are a Marvel Legends fan, you must get this. If you're an X-Men fan, you must get this. So get it now before it gets any more expensive. It's going from, I purchased mine for less than $100 using just the auction. But if you're gonna do a buy it now price, I have seen this guy go for like $115, $125. So yeah, that's a bummer, but you gotta pay those scalper prices. So with that being said, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to stop by and watch this video. If you like what you saw, please leave that thumbs up for this video, and yeah, leave in the comment section what you thought about this particular figure. Alright guys, and then with that said, this is Daybreak 748 and I'm signing out. Peace out guys.